Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So today we are again on the Mrs. account, on OddOneGaming's account, because I wanted to show a team that some of you have requested on YouTube, and that is a variation of the clan boss team called the Myth Fu, and I wanted to show that variation with Ninja and kind of show what's the potential of it. I mean, obviously, even what I'm showing here is not the best that it can be, because there's, you can always have better gear, you can have some better stats. Now with the new Ascension, we could get some better stats through the Ascension, but I want to kind of just make a simple guide on showing it, like, what's the stats, what to look out for, and all the other variations, how you can improve it, and so on and so forth. And basically, this team runs like this. It's using fu-shan, Ninja, Harris, Demetha, and Seeker. Obviously, the main core are these three ones that kind of like make that unkillable and that make you go on a 3-to-1 ratio. She's the one that puts the block damage for all three of the AoEs. Harris is actually in here for the sake of the cleanse and the increased speed, which also helps us get to that 3-to-1 ratio. Plus Seeker, that apart from bringing that turn meter increase every 2 turns, he's really important because he brings that increased attack as well. So if you look at this team, everybody is attack based. So by having the increased attack, obviously the damage is going to be so much higher and it's going to be so much better. And today, the run that I did today actually went on our best affinity, which is magic, because for this one we have the 2 DPSs, neutral affinity, the other 2 ones strong affinity, and obviously Demetha, which is not the craziest DPS in there, but still she can do some solid work. So let's have a quick look at the presets. Why did I go out? Because I could have checked that as well. So let's have a look at the presets. Basically, because we do not have a DPS, for example, like I showed on my Dracomorph one, where I'm using fu-shan just doing the A1, we don't have a DPS that brings decreased defense and weaken reliable enough. We have Ninja that does it on the A1. You want to have fu-shan build with accuracy and use his A3 as well for that chance of landing that decreased defense. So basically what you want to do is lock out his A2. You don't really care about that one. Just have him do the A3, which is a decreased defense, and the A1, which has a chance to proc like a million times in a row and do some crazy damage. If this was a different one, or like if you thought that Ninja did enough decreased defense on his own, you would lock out the A3 as well. But I recommend keeping it because trust me, you're gonna need a decreased defense. Ninja, you just want to make him prioritize the A2. Even though he's always gonna do that, just for the sake of being safe, make him prioritize the A2. So whenever he has this HP burn to do, he's always gonna do that. Also, one thing that's really important, because he's always gonna do this, he's always gonna have the perfect veil for the sake of the stun. So even, for example, when we face Spirit Affinity, he's gonna be the one taking decreased speed. He's still gonna take a turn first, and then Harris go. Normally the Myth Harrises or the Myth Fu comps have Harris always going the first one in the rotation to do that cleanse of the stun or the debuff, but this one is working in such a way where Ninja always goes first and then Harris. But because he has perfect veil placed on himself with the A2, he will not be targeted by the stun, so he will not skip a turn. The stun will go to Seeker unless it goes to fu-shan. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And don't worry if you see the decreased speed landing, but we're going to talk later about the speeds, and you need to make sure that you have those speeds. For the sake of Seeker, you want to make sure he opens with the A1, then prioritizes the A2. For Harris, 100% make the A2 priority 1, because if there's the increased speed out there on some of your champions, she might not do it again, so she will not cleanse, she will not have put the increased speed back up, and the team's gonna run out of sync. At several times, people write to me like, I copied all the masteries, all the speeds, everything is not working, and then when they check the presets, they did not have the A2 made its priority, so keep that in mind. This needs to be prioritized. And then for Demetha, it's open or A1, then first priority the A2, second priority the A3. Obviously, you want everybody to be booked for the cooldown in this team. And the beauty of this team is, obviously, it's full auto. You just click start play, you move on with your day, do whatever you want, come back, and the run's done. So let's have a look at the run, and then we're gonna come back. I'm gonna show you the builds, the speeds, the masteries, and we're gonna talk a little bit about it, how you can improve it, or what if you cannot hit the stats, what other variation gear-wise you can do in order to make this team work. So see you in a bit. attack. So look at this damage. This is pretty insane. 122 million damage, with fu-shan doing 23.5 million, Ninja 64.6 million damage. Ninja has just proven again why he is the boss Slayer. He's done insane, like he almost did a 1k ultra nightmare damage on his own. This is something that, you know, not very many champions can do. It's like him, maybe Akrisia and not Jintoro, Tarvol can do this amount of damage. Then we had Seeker with 14.6, Harris with 13.4, and Demeter with 6 million damage. So this is the potential that this team can do. So even if you cannot hit the crazy stats that I'm going to show you, even though they're not the craziest, again, they're good stats, great stats, because there's a full great hall and all that, this team is guaranteed to give you a 1k. Like on the worst affinity, which is Force, this team did like 97 million damage. So you know what, it can still do some crazy stuff. On Void it did 100 million. So you know, I've tested it over the few days, and just today I decided to record, and it was actually on the best affinity. But yeah, let's have a look at the builds. So the thing is, for this type of team, what can boost out a little bit more damage for you is having retaliation set and revenge pieces on your champions. I did not try to put retaliation or revenge pieces on Ninja because I'm not 100% sure it would work. The reason being, Ninja gets turn meter on his A1, so maybe if he does too many A1s, it might be a little bit tricky and might fall out of sync. So I did not do it. I just built him in a random, you know, random pieces of gear, whatever he had, and it still did wonderful damage, as you saw. So fu-shan needs to be at 187 speed. I'm not sure higher or lower. I usually just try to hit the exact speed, you know. But you can always just put the speeds in the optimizer and just play with it. Just click it to go higher and lower, and just see what the stats you can hit. So this is the speed, 230 accuracy. You want around 230 to 50 accuracy to land the debuffs. 100% crit rate, decent attack, decent crit damage in retaliation, as I mentioned. And then masteries, kind of want this one. And after I would finish the masteries, the last one I would take deterrence in here, because if Seeker is the one taking the stun, he has a chance to counterattack, you know, 20% chance to counterattack in as well, which can mean a little bit more damage. Then Ninja, like I said, I did not take him down the defense tree either for the deterrence, because again, same reason, I don't want him to do the counterattack with the A1 and get turn meter, so the team might fall out of sync. I did not want to risk it, so I just kept it like this. Then obviously the usual thing, you want War Master. You want War Master on everybody that does a maximum of 2 hits. He has War Master, and then down the support tree with Master Hexer and Sniper for a chance to, you know, high chance to land that decreased defense, and for a chance to extend it with the Master Hexer. Also, having Lord of Steel, keep this in mind. Having Lord of Steel on your champions can actually make it easier for you to hit the stats, because some speeds might be really high, so keep that in mind. Also keep in mind, you put this in the calculator if you see that it's not working, because Lord of Steel can also, you know, change the true speeds that you actually are using. And one thing I did not mention, fu-shan must be in the lead, because you're relying on his 24% speed aura in all battles in order for you to hit the speeds that you have to. So I showed you the Ninja Masteries again. Like I said, it's speed. He has some random pieces in it. He has speed, perception, and one stone skin, and you know, some random stuff in there. He has to be 267 speed, again, over 230 accuracy, 100% crit rate, 5.7k attack, 231 crit damage. It's high speed and high damage, you know. For the sake of him going on a 3-to-1 ratio, this is the speed that you want. There's another variation when he goes at a slower speed, but I'm focusing on the 3-to-1 one because, like I said, this is what people ask for, and this is what I'm showing. Then Demeter, she's again in a retaliation. This is a little bit of, you know, towards the more intensive side of things. 294 speed. This is the speed that you want on her. If you cannot do it in retaliation, just make it whatever gear. She doesn't have to have 100% crit rate. She doesn't have to have crazy damage. If you're struggling to hit the speeds, just give her the speed. Doesn't matter anything else. Speed is the only thing that you care about. If she has 294 speed, anything else does not matter, because as you saw, she had 6 million damage even with the retaliation, so she's not gonna do the craziest damage in the world. Then the masteries on her, same thing, War Master, and I kind of wanted to go the stats fast just to make sure she's not the one taking the stun, and then everything else down this side doesn't really matter. Maybe for other content the heal can help if you use her in different other areas of the game. Then the next one is a Seeker. Seeker, again, same masteries, offense and defense for the sake of the deterrence. When Fu-shan gets the stun, he has a chance to counterattack. So again, same reason for this one. And again with the War Master. And then build, again, retaliation. Like I mentioned, retaliation, revenge. You know, if you can get some revenge pieces, why not? Go for it. Extra chances to counterattack means more War Master procs means more damage. So he's in retaliation, he has to be 200 speed, 100% crit rate, 3.6k attack, 227 crit damage. Again, if you don't have retaliation, any build works, just make sure you hit this speed. And then last one in here is Heiress. Because we do not have any poisoner and no weaken in this team, I tried to put a toxic on somebody and I did that on Heiress. It's a bit hard because she needs to be 298 speed. It's pretty high, but I had a toxic in there. I didn't care that I did not have a 100% crit rate. I still did it because the damage that she does from constantly counterattacking because of her passive over here counterattacks the attacker when an ally is attacked, which is every single turn. You don't need retaliation, you don't need revenge on her, so if you can get toxic on her at that high speed, do it, because she's the one that's always gonna be getting hits out there every single time, so she will almost keep the debuff bar full with the toxic procs. So if you cannot do this, then obviously don't do toxic, do whatever, and maybe do the toxic build on Seeker that's slower, or on the fu-shan, or whoever else you can get in there. I think maybe one person in toxic should be more than enough, because you know what, you have the decreased defense, you have the HP burn, and you have the brimstone hopefully landing from your legendaries, so that should be more than enough. But yeah, these are his stats. These wait, not his stats. So Heiress needs to be 298 speed. Again, you don't care about anything else. If you can get 100% crit rate, go for that, go for crit damage, go for attack as well. If not, just hit the speed again and move on with your day. And another thing here that's really important with her masteries, again, obviously War Master, but support tree, you 100% want to take the steadfast, because on Spirit Affinity, the stun is either going to go to her or to fu-shan. If you had steadfast, it's guaranteed to always go to fu-shan. Otherwise, you might have some RNG happening and Heiress might get the stun, and you don't want that to happen. So make sure you take steadfast on her. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This is, like I said, what I'm showing, the gear and the stats are a bit high, but you can work around it by not hitting, you know, on the people that need high speed, you can just get them the speed and that's about it, as they didn't do the craziest damage. Is the DPSs that do the damage, the fu-shan, the ninja, and the seeker. So yeah, this is gonna be it for the Ninja Mythful video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do enjoy my content in general, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you all in the next one. Peace, love, take care everyone. Bye, guys.